All right, this is part two of the understanding of Revelations by using the breakdown of Daniel. Okay, and what I believe God is showing me. Now it talks about in Daniel chapter 8, it says, I saw a ram which had two horns, one higher than the other. And this ram was going left, right, forward, and he was just conquering everything. Okay. I believe this is probably symbolic of the Christian faith, or what the Christian revival and how things are going to unfold. Okay. Now it says one horn was higher than the other. So there was two horns. And the angel Gabriel breaks it down for Daniel, and he tells him, these are the princes of Persia and Media. Okay. The princes of Persia, I believe, are probably the wicked kings, and that's with the Antichrist. While the princes of Media are more good and on the side of God and for the people. Okay. But one horn is taller than the other, and that would be there are four Medes and only three Persians. Okay. Now in verse 7, it says, a goat with one horn, verse 7, chapter 8 of Daniel, it says, a goat with one horn comes along and stamps on the ram and breaks his horns. Now, I believe that this goat with one horn is the fourth king of Persia. Now, if it's all, he stamps on the saints just like the Antichrist will stamp on the saints. Okay. And verse 8 says, and then verse 8 says, the goat's horn breaks. Okay, it breaks. It doesn't tell you why, but if you take everything into context and if you hear with what I'm saying, you could see my perspective and what the Lord is showing me. And then it goes on to say in verse 9, and four kings shall rise from its destruction, from the four winds. So again, we have this four winds, and then from the destruction of this goat, of the goat's one horn, four, and then from the four winds, these four kings arise. And just like it said in Daniel chapter 7, it talked about the four winds, and out of the four winds came four beasts. Those four. So this, what just happened with the ram and the goat, this is during the time of the seven seals. Okay. So this is during the time of the seven seals. Okay. Then a little horn arises from one of the four horns. So out of these four, the goat, the power of Greece, which was the goat, is broken. Grecia or whatever is broken. Then four horns arise, and they're not standing in the power of the kingdom of Greece. This is something totally different. I'll go on into that, but it's something totally different. God won in a sense, and time was prolonged, and so you have these four horns. And then it says, out of the fourth one, the little one came up. Okay, this horn casts down the armies of heaven. Now this is also what it talks about in Revelations when the dragon's tail swipes a third of the heaven down to the earth. This could also be what it's talking about. Now, could this have anything to do with the higher realms or things that we would call aliens or interdimensional beings that are able to interact with us on that level? I don't know. Could be. But this is just what the Lord is showing me. Okay, and then it goes on to say, and this is during the time of the seven trumpets already. because the time of the four beasts are the time of the seven trumpets. He says, he became larger than the prince of armies. Whoever this prince of armies is, I'm not sure. Could be the two witnesses, because I believe the two witnesses are intimately connected with Jesus. But this is what it could be, a symbolic representation of that. And casted down the truth to the ground. So whatever is the truth during this time, he casts it down. The spirit of truth, the two witnesses. Just saying, okay? He did all this for 2,300 days. Now we know the two witnesses are going to be prophesying for 1,260 days, I believe. Not quite sure. All right, and that's 3.5 years, and then you have another 3.5 years. So this guy is going to be on the scene for his full duration of the Great Tribulation, which is the last 3.5 years, and a little bit before then also, which is, towards the end or something like that. That's just what I'm seeing. Okay. He did all this for 2,300 days. He does this and persecutes and kills the saints by peace. All right. He has the boots of peace. This was given to him. Okay. This is just what the Lord has been showing me. And I'll leave it at that. And I'll continue on in part 3 of this series.